Alright, so I've already shampooed and conditioned my hair. I do have a leave-in conditioner and I let it air dry. So what you want to do now is just take a rat tail comb, or what I'm using is a bone comb, and part a section in the back of your hair. You want to saturate it with Lotta Body, or you can use a foam wrap, but I'm using just a regular Lotta Body setting spray. And you want to take your first section, and I use end wraps only because for me it helps the hair stay on the rod. Some people can use gel, but I prefer to use end wraps. So you just add the end wrap on the hair, slide it to the ends, take your Flexi Rod, twist the bottom of that end wrap onto the Flexi Rod, go ahead and twist it all the way up, and then clasp the end of it. And that's all that I'm basically doing. You're just taking it, wrapping it up, and when you get to the end, clamp that top over to hold the Flexi Rod in place. And that's basically all it is to it. Now the sizes that I'm using are, they're in color. So I have blue Flexi Rods, which are a little bit bigger. I have red ones, which I'll use the midsection of the hair. And then I also use the red at the top, as well as some pink ones, which are slightly smaller. And that's all that it is to it, basically. You just saturate the hair, add the Flexi Rod, and keep on going until you're at the end of your, until you're done, basically. And what I normally like to do is I'll use all the blue rods for the back of the hair on up to the midsection of the hair. And then as I get to the midsection is when I normally will go in and use the red Flexi Rods. But I try to use the blue for as long as I can. So as you can see how I added one red one, but I'm still using blue in the middle. And then when you get to the top, I normally will just start on the sides and then leave the very front midsection for the last, because I like my curls to lay a certain way. I'm just picky when it comes to my own head, but I like the curls to kind of fall a certain way, and I like my tendrils to kind of fall towards my face a little bit. But this is basically it, and then you will allow your curls to dry for at least an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on your texture of hair, if your hair holds water, etc. So I've allowed mine to dry for an hour, and now I'm just taking it down. And what I like to do when I take my rods down is I take them down according to the way that I rolled it. So I go according to the curl pattern. That way it leaves the curl in place. Alright, so now that I've taken all the rods out, I normally go in with an oil, and I'm just using like Africa's Best herbal oil, and I'm just putting that all over my hair as well as adding it to my scalp. And then to separate the curls, I use a curling wax by Ampro. And I like to use a curling wax because to me it feels like it locks the curls in more. And I like to wear my rod set for at least a full week. I'll do like 4 or 5 different styles with it. But to start out, I just like to wear it loose and full. But the technique that I use to pull them out is I actually will pull them out according to the way that I roller set it. If you want it more wild, you don't have to do that. You could just pull it out and make it as wild as you possibly want to. But I like I said, I like my curls to last longer. So I don't want to make them look wild, and then once they fall on one side, they look a hot mess. So this is how I normally like to wear it once I've taken all of the rods out and pulled apart all the different curls. I just like to wear it super cute and wild and full like this. And this is basically the finished Flexi Rod look. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you'd like to see any other type of videos for hair and or makeup.